Hello wizards, and welcome to Unit 3 of Section 7 on Visual Arts, where we talk about creating in 3D. Creating a radiating pattern. A pattern is an arrangement of lines or shapes, especially a design in which the same shape is repeated at regular intervals over a surface. A seamless pattern is one where every element within a design, no matter how often it's repeated, combines to form a whole. Look around you. Your bed cover, wall, notebook cover. If you see a seamless pattern, look at it closely. Do you see how the elements, circles, spirals, cones, pineapples, etc. appear again and again in the same way? Sometimes they touch, sometimes they have space between them. Texture is the quality of an object which we sense through touch. It exists as a literal surface that we can feel, but also as a surface that we can see, and imagine the sensation might have if we felt it. Texture can also be portrayed in an image, suggested to the eye, which can refer to our memories of surface that we have touched. So a texture can be imaginary. Bristly, rough, and hard. This is what we usually think of as texture, but texture can also be smooth, cold, and hard, too, or smooth, soft, and or warm, and wet or dry also are textures. In fact, any tactile sensation that we can imagine is a texture. In other words, all surfaces can be described in terms of texture. Many artists and designers make use of texture as a dominant element in their work. This is particularly evident in craft media such as fibers, metal, wood, and glass, where the textile or tactile qualities of the material are a major feature. Let's look at some of the principles of design. The principles are concepts used to organize or arrange the structural elements of design. Again, the way in which these principles are applied affects the message of the work. The principles are balance, proportion, rhythm, emphasis, and unity. Balance is the concept being equal when you look at it and relates to our physical sense of balance. Balance in a three-dimensional object is easy to understand. If balance isn't achieved, the object tips over. Proportion refers to the relative size and scale of the various elements in a design, the relationship between objects or parts of a whole. Proportion and scale are principles of arts that describe the size, location, or amount of one element in relation to another. They have a great deal to do with the overall harmony of an individual piece and our perception of the art. Scale is used in an art to describe the size of an object in relation to another. Each object is often referred to as a whole. Proportion has a very similar definition, but tends to refer to the relative size of parts within a whole. In this case, the whole can be a single object like a person's face, or the entire artwork, as in a landscape. For example, if you're painting a portrait of a dog and a person, the dog should be at the correct scale in relation to the person. The person's body, and the dog's as well, should be in a proportion to what we can recognize as a human being. Proportion, scale, and balance. Proportion and scale can give a piece the art of balance. We instinctively have a sense of balance, and that's how we can stand up straight, and that relates to our visual experience as well. Leonardo da Vinci's virtual man is a perfect example of proportion in the human body. This is one familiar drawing of the naked man within a rectangle that is within a circle. His arms are outstretched and his legs are shown both together and spread out. Da Vinci used this figure as a study of proportions of the body. His precise representation examined what people thought was the perfect male body at the time.